Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world's the world of Wayne. It's the weekend and we've got a very special welcome to the cave. Now you don't really need any introduction for this one because this is Mrs. World of Wayne's cave and she has done her own introduction. So I hope you really enjoy it. I hope you all have a laugh at my expense because there's some pictures up there which just make me shake my head. And I really do hope you'll enjoy this video. Tomorrow we've got Andrew Browning and Carl Ashwin. And then what I'll do tomorrow is I'll put up what's going to be up for the following week. We've had quite a few new submissions as well, so thank you for that. But I will put that timetable card up tomorrow so you can see what's coming next week. But please, I really do hope you like this. This is Mrs. World of Wayne.
Hi all, this is Mrs. World of Wayne, and as promised I did say that I would let you see my lady cave and my collection. Although it's really different to yours, this collection defines me as well. So let me take you on a little tour. Okay, so to actually get to my lady cave we need to go through the man cave. So here we are. So this is Wayne's man cave, which you've seen. I'm not going to show you that. And this is our little boy's bedroom. And then if you come through here, this is my lady cave. So it's really small, it's compact and bijou, but I absolutely love it. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I've got in here. So for quite a while I did a lot of cross stitch. So I've got a sampler, and then these things here, most of these are ancient bits of pottery or tesserae. This here is my crowning glory, and this is a weight from a loom. It's over 1,000 years old. And then up here I've got a hagstone. Okay, and that'll make more sense to you when you see what I've got in my cave later. Moving down, I love books, and so I've got a collection of first day edition stamps which are all book related. And this was a piece of artwork that Riley did for me. And then moving down, earlier this year, famous illustrators did their own Patronus, and they auctioned them off, but then they sold limited edition prints. So I actually bought 4 of the prints, and you'll see the other one later. So this is one of my bookcases, and most of the books on here are signed, because I do collect signed books. And then I've got a few pieces. I love owls on here, and my lovely Chinese tea set that Charlotte bought me. And then these are the origami butterflies that I made out of all the foreign currency that I had before Wayne and I got together. I used to travel quite a lot. So I had a whole bag of notes that I brought back from travels, and during the lockdown I put them to good use and made them into butterflies. These are some dried flowers that our little girl Faith picked for me, and we pressed them, and then I made a picture out of them. Moving along, so my view is our lovely garden. So it's a bit of a dull day today, but it is a brilliant view to have. And normally if I'm in here, then so is Phoebe. Hello Phoebe. And that blanket should actually be on my chair, but she tends to pull it off, and that's where she sits. So she's getting all excited now, look. Anyway, so this here, I love murder mysteries and things like that, and for Christmas Wayne bought me something called Cozy Killer, and every month you get some clues to a murder that you have to solve. And I decided to put mine, because I'm a bit OCD like this, into a book, and I got my last box on Friday, so that's why this is all out, because I'm now trying to solve some more puzzles and some more clues. On my chair, where Phoebe now is, like I said to you earlier, I travelled an awful lot before Wayne and I got together, and I've got a whole selection of photo albums down there that I put together, and these are just some of them. So I was lucky enough to go to Easter Island, Malaysia and Singapore. So Palpatine, if you're watching this, you'll appreciate that one. And probably one of the crowning glories really was the Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Just an amazing place. So on this wall, so this is another one of my bookcases. That goes down there, and yes, it is filled with notepads. Okay, the notepad shaming will begin in a minute because Wayne tells me I've got to show you them all. This is a picture of me and my family on our wedding day. Just absolutely brilliant. One of 5 children. You know, so that's just a really lovely photo. And then some pictures here. This one, just after I qualified as a teacher, I went travelling for a year, and I taught in Nepal. And every day I would go to the monastery where I was teaching English, and at the end of the day I would meet one of the other volunteers here at this beautiful temple, and there was cafes and things, and we'd meet before we went back to the accommodation. And I had that drawing done, and when I got my lady cave I had it framed, so it's here. Another one of my cross stitches that I did, so that's cross stitch embroidery as well. We've got another 3 around the house. Moving along, the brightly coloured pictures, these are from a place called Calculca, which is in Belize, Caribbean island that I went to. This one I believe comes from Dubai, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure it does. And then fused glass, I really like fused glass, so I've got a couple of these in the lady cave. Moving down, you've all seen this, but this is my Goonies map, and thanks to Glyn the Gas Man, I now have the doubloon, and I also have the skull key, which I am so happy with. Down here, this is a picture of Bath that one of my sisters bought me a few years ago, because she knows that I really like Bath as a city. Moving along, I've just got to show you this. Now, this toy here, this is Timmy. And Timmy was bought for me for my first birthday. Sorry, my first Christmas as I turned 1. So my birthday is the 29th of December. And I know he's got a split face, but that's because when I was little, I used to squeeze his face and kiss him. But he's been with me ever since, and he has travelled the world with me. And I love him to bits. So he is going to be 47 years old on Christmas Day. But he's mine and I have him. Moving along. So, my other bookcase. I'll scan down and then I'll show you some bits on it. So like I said to you, my photo albums are at the bottom, and then I've got bits and pieces, some more books. This is a bit of a shelf of curiosities. I loved the idea of the Victorian cabinets of curiosities and the Kunstkammer in Russia, which I went to in St. Petersburg. Brilliant place. So I have some Shabati dolls, and these supposedly are authentic, bought off eBay. We'll never know, but I like them anyway. And I had a glass dome, so I put them in there to keep them nice and safe. And then you've seen my Ark of the Covenant. And then I have a statue of Anubis at the back, and this is a replica. It's a very small replica of a Bellarmine jar, and Bellarmine jars were quite famous for being witch jars and putting things in to ward off witches. And again, that might become clear in a little while. Up here I have just a selection of teddies. I'm not a great toy person, but I do like the odd teddy. And then some photos. So this is my brother and my 3 sisters, long before I was born. This is Wayne and his brother Michael. Michael sometimes comes onto the live stream. This is my mum and dad when they were about 16. Now on the next one, I have to, for decency's sake, I have to hide what's here. But this is Wayne being very proud of a certain something. This is my mum. She used to dance when she was a teenager. And this was a Polaroid that was taken of Wayne and I on our wedding day. Queen's Jubilee, 1979. I dressed up as a sunflower and my sister Claire dressed up as a waitress. And then another picture of Wayne. This is my other Patronus that I bought. It didn't fit over on the other side of the wall, so it had to go here. And then just a few odds and ends that I have on my unit. So proud. This is Charlotte when she graduated last year. Another picture of Wayne. Just some pots and bits and pieces. I really love pottery. These were bought in the south of France a few years ago. My Kindle. Couldn't live without my Kindle. You've seen this picture of Wayne and I. This elephant Jack bought me as a kit a couple of Christmases ago, and again during lockdown I got it sewn up and I'm so pleased that I did. Another hagstone, my air dry plant, which is still alive. And another thing that I did during lockdown was the black screen that separates Wayne's man cave and mine. I decorated it, and what I did was I had lots of scraps of fabric, and so I made lots of different types of flowers, and I also made some origami butterflies out of fabric as well, and it just brightens it up and I really like it. And I suppose, oh god, notepads I've got to show you. So here we go. Drawer number 1, full to the brim with notepads. Drawer number 2, full to the brim with notepads. These bits here were bought in China. I'm a rat, so I like my rats. Yeah, a few more notepads in that one. Oh look, we found some more notepads. You can never have enough notepads. Yeah, a few more. Oh, that's got a few other bits in it as well. So not just notepads in that one. Oh, bag of sweets in this one. Yeah, a few more notepads. And last but not least, a few more. Yeah. So there's the notepad collection. Okay, I've been notepad shamed. And the last thing I want to show you are my witches. So I love witches. They fascinate me. The idea that, you know, they could grant spells and curse people if they wanted to. So some of these, like this one and this one and this one, they come from the south of France, but the others, which have got cuter faces, these are by a company called the Witches of Pendle. Because the Pendle witch trials were really famous witch trials in the UK, as were the Essex witch trials where I come from, where hundreds of women and men were killed because they were supposedly witches. And this here is my hag. She's a proper marionette that I bought when I was in Prague a few years ago. So there you go. This is my lady cave. So hope you really enjoyed that. Now you know what my world is like, with my little collections and oddities that I have here. I did mention earlier about the hagstones. Obviously the hags, the witches, things like that you know, interest me, myths and legends as well. But with hagstones, they're really for a number of different reasons. You could wear them to ward off evil. You could use them for healing. But also, if anyone has seen the Spiderwick Chronicles, you could use them to see fairies. So if you look through them, supposedly you're able to see the Fey world. But anyway, this was my cave, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I know that Phoebe did. You can say hello, Phoebe. There you go. She enjoyed taking you around. And can I just say that I'm loving your caves, really, really am, that your collections are absolutely amazing. But this defines me in the same way as your collections define you. So I'll see you on the next live stream. Bye.